Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be going to Cancun, not Cancun, I'm sorry, Caribbean on a cruise in about 2 weeks. So I'm gonna film this before I leave and come back and everything's dead. So I'm hoping it's not. Got a banana, it's doing well still. New leaf coming out. This one just came out like a week ago. Already another one. Blue Palo Verde is doing good. Pomegranate. And my Chili Hockley Negro, this is starting to ripen. There's a few pods on it. And over there. And just more flowers coming. Submarine Habanero doing good. Finally growing. As well as my Bootla SM variant. And then I have a BBG7 Bootla chocolate. Bootla BBG7 chocolate. With flowers and pods. Lemon Starburst I'm probably gonna fertilize today. And this is my Naga Reaper bonsai in training. And Scotch Brains is podding and flowering. So there's a few pods on it. Flowers. There's a few boots. I got Barbados cherries doing well with this one. The third one over there has fruit, I'll show you. This is the weird stemmed, very strange CP115. And I can't remember what that one in that pot is. Baby Bird's Eye doing good. Still have one final of my tropical fruits. So Cherimoya, Job's Tears or Tyrann, Three Sisters Garden. The corn is not looking good, but the pole beans aren't either. The squash is the only thing that does look good. And this chip. These chips. BLC, I think this is BLC Reaper. It's going to be potting up here real soon. So, and then another BLC Reaper here doing well. I believe this is a TFM Scotch Bond, or I think it's TFM. I don't know what it is anymore, really. But it has a lot of pods, and there's still a lot of flowers too, so a lot more pods. That one over there is my BTR Reaper crossed with Baby Bird's Eye that I made. And I never check it for pods, but let's see. Oh, it has flowers, but that's it. There's no pods that I can see on it. My garlic in the front, jojoba from seed, and then here's the fruit on the cherry tree. There's eggplants in the back doing okay. So I'm making away. Kang Star White Thai. I tasted one today, and they're hot. They're hot. They're good spice for sure. There's ants. I gotta get some ant poison right now. Give me a second. I gotta look more thoroughly towards the poison. Figure out where it is. But more Job's Tears. These still don't look good, but they're flowering. So we're gonna have some Jamaica off the hibiscus. Bee Balm there and there. Jimmy Nardello's podding as well. And then this big pepper plant in the back is also podding too. I don't know what they are, but I didn't label it. Well, after I labeled it up until I planted it, but look at the stem. This is going to be a bonsai. Big wide stem already, and it's barely spring. End of spring, early summer. So rosemary, more lemon balm, and tiger lilies. Snapdragons and more sunflowers up to the big ones. There's bigger ones in the front, I'll show you. This thing might need to get put in soil because it looks bad in the pot. I did plant some purple sweet potato slips that I made. And more Job's Tears, sunflowers, snapdragon. These are stargazer lilies here. One sweet potato there I planted today, and then those two from last time have new growth. So fill in. All this will be ground cover. Cinnamon basil's doing well. A couple peppers. I think this is the Leviathan gnarly scorpion there, and a larger BTR Reaper scorpion. My cross with baby bird's eye again. Genghis Khan's brain is braining out. So there's a nice looking pod. Man, that pod's crazy. And then my ground cherries. Sweet apple canby pepper. And my three sisters. Again, squash and melon are doing really, really well. But and the potato here. But the corn, not too big. I do have a big purple one there, and another almost purple. It'll be like half orange and yellow kernels, and purple and red, and this will be like more purple and red. And we got melon here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Growing. So everything's doing good. My daughter. Hey, Nala. Another pepper there. I watered this bed for fall. And Orchidea gardenberry or something like that is doing okay. I got some zinnias I put here. My Pasilla Bajío is almost not ripe yet, but maybe soon. I topped it. It's getting too big. Jimmy Nardello's galore on this one. So back here, those two peppers are still small. This one is still the same. The tomatoes are still the same. But these are my strongest in the yard because they're actually fruiting, even though they don't look too good. So I'm going to save seed from these and use those for next year's. But the peppers next to them are all doing really, really well. So I don't know why the tomatoes, again, I think it's from the grass in the front. They caught some kind of mildew or something from the grass. They never shook off. This was one of the new wood chip beds with just coffee grounds. Sunflowers reaching the top of the wall already, so they're doing well. And then my other bed, that'll be just like that front yard bed soon, is doing good. So I got some cosmos flowers in the front. All right, sorry about that. I have sweet apple canby, I believe, Kingstar white tie, some potato, some peanuts, Kingstar lemon starburst, chocolate, chocolate jigsaw from Juka, another chocolate jigsaw, PDN Reaper cross, and this is a Urfa Bieber, and I don't know what that one is. Good. VOC Reaper, PDN Reaper there. Some just stuff that's gonna be getting taken out soon as far as the onions. Don't mind the kids again in the back. I gotta film in real life scenarios here, so just peppers. I don't remember. I do think this is a Bohemian goat overwinter. My eggplants are planting. Got some big old eggplants and a lot of white flies feeding off the leaves. My apple green eggplants. All right, so PDN Reaper here. Some other sickly stuff with another zinnia. Some more onions I can't seem to get rid of fast enough. More peanuts. This one I just fertilized like a week ago is a Leviathan gnarly scorpion. Another bonsai specimen is my Ahicherapita. Another baby bird's eye. Peach wasp. I believe this is BOC Reaper. Jimmy Nardello. And then more zinnia. I didn't head that before I planted it from the garden center. This is another BOC Reaper here. I don't think it has pods. I can check though. More eggplants. And these things are pretty prolific because they're overwinters. There's a Narankia tropical fruit. Spiky leaves. Really sharp leaves. Dusty Miller blooming. There's bees on it and other bugs. Pretty good to see. Some more salvia. That's another look at the BLC Reaper. I don't know if there's any pods, if you guys can see any. But coming to the front, back row of sunflowers, and then those are the biggest ones. So more zinnias surrounded by peppers, and I don't know. Oh, there's one. Back there. Oh, there's another one. Hey, these look like chocolate bootless. This might be a bootlet SM. More Cosmos, Borage. I'm finding Arizona Sun for you guys. It's a little bit too much for these, so they need more shade. Kingstar White Tie. And then some more zinnias there. And then pepper, I don't know. I don't know. A sweet potato came from last year, came back by themselves. And they're going to engulf anything that's not higher than like a foot. So this Borage has a little bit more shade. It's doing a little bit better. And the Borage with the most shade in this pocket is doing the best. So Red Hob doing good. My Salvia, I knocked all these down today because it was starting to kind of, in the middle was, they were falling out, in the middle was open. It was like a little too tall, top heavy. So I chopped it so it could fill itself in and hopefully flower again before fall. More peppers. Getting shaded by this overstory. Don't mind the truck coming, it's really not loud. Overstory of flowers. All those are flower heads all the way down. Just like in the backyard. And this is gonna be a little cove here. A little meditation cove, hopefully. I gotta plant a couple trees though to pull it off. But boot, I pulled the tomato just today because it's just not that good. Melons are doing good. This bed with the wood chips is good aeration, so that's the main issue with compost. But because it's wood chips, it's really good aeration. It still works. Oh, this is off my. It's going like a vine. Oh, okay. These vines are attaching themselves to it. Okay, so my Fatality jigsaw is it's podding pretty good, pretty nice so far. Got a red pod, or a pod turning red. And then my Big Caramel Mama is podding also. CGN 21.5 is ripening still from last video. There's a nice looking pod here. And then the two Sugar Rush Peach in the back are podding. All the newer that I told you, the flowers that I said would pod are podding too. So along with all of the heavy pod production from earlier flowers that are ripening now. Just pick some of these up. You'll see them all under there, but there's tons of them under here. And then squash is doing good. I believe this is okay, this looks like an Urfa Bieber, but I'm not sure. Cosmos, and then two zinnias in the middle. I just planted recently. Two no name. I believe this is a Alyssum Oxide Scotch Bonnet, Reaper PDN, and Pasilla Bajío chili. And I don't know what that one in the back is, but if it doesn't get bigger, then it's going to get dwarfed by the ground cover. A few sunflowers in the back. And that finishes off just real quick, kind of what's going on in the garden so far this year. Okay. Again, I'm going to be going on vacation to Caribbean on a cruise, and another 2 weeks, so I gotta make sure that this at least gets filmed before, because I don't know what's gonna happen while I'm gone, and I'm not here to catch things. And you catch stuff like in the summer, especially like in a desert climate, you'll catch things midday the next day that are going to die without water, and you water them. Or if you get an aphid infestation, which I don't think I'm going to get, because I planted a lot of flowers. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm filming now so that you guys can see this before I leave. But this big Karma Mama here, look at this. It's going to be ridiculous. I think this might be my seed saver here. Finally figured out what this was, and there's big mamas all over the place. So, yeah. If you have any questions or comments, definitely post them, because I answer. Might take a week or so, but I'll answer them for sure. And then, like, subscribe, share with your friends, whoever grows peppers or flowers or wants to do kind of like a polyculture type plantation stuff. That way we can all learn together. Thanks for watching.